Okay, welcome back to my opinion. This little video is going to be about concealed carry permits. Now, a lot of us feel like we shouldn't have to have a permit to be able to carry the best tool for self defense. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Um, there's lots of arguments for having one, but in the end, I think it's unconstitutional that you're required to have a permit to carry a firearm. I think you should be allowed to carry whatever you want to defend yourself as long as you're a law abiding citizen. But there are some pros to having a permit from your state, a concealed carry permit. The biggest one is travel. You got to really be careful because you can travel, for example, from Kentucky, where you're allowed to have a gun in your car, no problem. You can have it in your glove box, no problem, no permit, no problem. On your person, no problem. But if you go to Indiana, which is constitutional carry also, but they also stipulate that you can't have a gun in your car. You can have it on your person, but you can't have it in the car. So you could get in a lot of trouble. But if you have a permit, Indiana recognizes Kentucky. Kentucky recognizes they're reciprocal. They reciprocate with each other. Traveling to, say you want to travel to Tennessee, you got to be careful. There's different laws in each state, even though they're constitutional carry. Just because your state's constitutional carry doesn't mean that the state you're going to is, or that abides by your state's laws. So, a carry, even with a carry permit, say you have a permit from Kentucky and you're going to, God forbid, California, you better really rethink that one, or Illinois or something. They don't recognize anybody's, most anybody's, Hawaii, lots of those states. But you got to really be real careful with a concealed carry permit from your state. A lot of states recognize those and they'll honor those just like a driver's license, and it can keep you out of trouble. It also helps you when you're buying a gun. For example, in Kentucky, if you have a concealed carry permit, you don't have to do the background check every single time you buy a gun. You can just show them your concealed carry license. There's a lot of benefits to having a concealed carry permit. Does it suck that we have to have permission from the government to protect ourselves? Meanwhile, those same people that write the laws that make us do that are protected by guys with guns, even machine guns in some cases. Yeah, but it is what it is. Here we are. But it's something to think about. A concealed carry permit in your state helps a lot when you travel. However, you should always call. What I do, if I'm going, say, to Tennessee, even though I've been there 100 times, I'll still call every time I go. When I go to another state, I call the state police and ask them. I say something along the lines of, hey, I'm from Kentucky and I'm coming down to Gatlinburg. I have a firearm. What do I need to know? And they'll tell you. The state police in most states, unless it's a real liberal anti-gun state like California or something, the New England states, a lot of them, they're not going to be like, oh, what are you bringing a gun to our state for? They're going to be like, oh, well, sure. Let me tell you. Here's, you have to do this, you have to do that. Watch out for this. They're glad to help you. They don't want to get you in trouble. They don't want to arrest you. They want you to be law abiding. That's all. And they realize that most people are who have a firearm. So yeah, that's what I do. I always call state police and say, hey, I'm coming down to your state, up to your state, whatever. What do I need to know? And a lot of times they'll say, well, do you have a concealed carry permit? Oh, yes, I have an Indiana concealed carry permit, for example. And they'll say, oh, okay, well, we honor their permits, so everything that applies in Indiana applies here. So there you go. You're safe. You know, if you don't have a permit, say, for example, you're coming from Kentucky to Indiana, you got to be real careful. There's lots of stipulations because, you know, both are constitutional carry, but both aren't the same. Indiana doesn't let you have a gun in the car. Kentucky does. Both are constitutional carry, though. With a permit, you're going to be okay there. Something to think about. But, you know, that's my opinion. But, yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe. Be safe. Tell me what you think. Thanks a lot, guys.